that was called Prove It, which is like obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're on Facebook now. This is so cool. I didn't know you could do this on
Oh,
Zoom.
we are live. We are live. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, wait. So I'm gonna go live on my Instagram.
Yep.
Now,
Perfect.
right? Hopefully I
Hi,
have a good
folks.
connection.
If you're listening in, just be patient with us here. We're gonna get live.
Yeah. Okay. So I just went live on Instagram.
Okay.
We're going live. Nate Bailey.
There's a little bit of a lag in between the two.
I know. I just heard that. Huh?
Let me see.
Hello. We're going live with. Okay. Now I view your request. Hopefully the feedback won't be too bad.
Yeah, I just turned mine down. So.
Oh, yay!
All right.
Oh, here we go.
This might not work.
This may not work.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is there feedback?
No. A little bit.
A little bit. All right. Let's hit the Instagram right after this.
Okay, yeah. So guys, we're coming back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
We're on Facebook Live on Coach Nate Bailey, and then we'll come back to Instagram in a little bit. Yay! Thanks for viewing. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, hey, you never know unless you try, right? And we tried to go live at Facebook and then simultaneously in Instagram. And so we'll hit Instagram here in a second. But Elizabeth Lyons from Nashville. Well, I don't know if you're in Nashville right now. Are you?
I'm actually in New Orleans at my at my husband's grandparents' house. We live downtown in New Orleans when we're here in New Orleans, and so the downtown area has gotten a little sketchy, as you can imagine, and so we're now in the suburbs, which is good. So yeah.
So I had Elizabeth on my Championship Leadership podcast. It was a while back now. I can't remember exactly when, last year sometime. And she had her new single at the time, 24. Or no, excuse me, Epiphany.
Yes.
Epiphany. And then
you were like one of my first interviews for
what's that?
You were one of my first interviews, I feel like, for that song. Like
for Epiphany?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, and I love that song, of course. And now you got Brave Enough that you just released, got the video, and of course the song itself on Spotify and all the other places that you can find it.
Yes. So yeah, I put out this song Brave Enough a few weeks ago, and it's already over like 50,000 views on YouTube, which is crazy. Wow. But it's really been resonating with everyone, because I think everyone's trying to be brave enough during this corona pandemic, and particularly, the people on the front lines. I was kind of thinking about this, and you see all the people from the, doctors and nurses to the first responders, police officers, truck drivers, postal workers, grocery and gas and pharmacy clerks, janitors. I mean, the list goes on and on. The government, warehouse workers, farmers, security people, but now as we begin to enter back into life, and a lot of, cities and states are entering into these next phases, I think we all can relate in a way that to be brave enough, and more of us are going to be putting our lives at risk because of this. So we have to be brave enough. And so it's been cool to see how this song has kind of taken on a life of its own and really helped people get through a hard time. I know for me, it's been like a roller coaster ride of emotions during this quarantine. So I feel like music is healing, and it always has been for me. So if I can use my music to help people, that's my goal, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you're so right. I mean, I've definitely, I love music to begin with, but I've definitely, I think, probably found myself during these times leaning into music a little bit more to get us through this. I know we were talking right before we got on, and during these times of COVID, the shutdown, social distancing, if you're a business owner, you got some added stresses there. You already got the stresses of the virus, and maybe some family members that have been impacted, or that you're concerned that might be at a high risk. it's just a lot of extra stresses, and not being able to connect as much as we have in the past with people. And just as human beings, we love to connect. And I think music is definitely one of those ways that you can kind of ground yourself and release, kind of forget about maybe some of the stresses for a little bit at least, and take your mind off some things. And the perfect timing for your song. You were saying that you wrote this actually before this hit, and God has a funny way of putting certain things in place in your life, because it's not just one of those things where you could just, I suppose you can, but it's, there's a process to writing music and to getting it released and getting it produced and all those things, and to have it such a timely fashion for these times is awesome.
Yeah, it was a total God moment. I mean, I wrote this back in 2016 with Georgia Thomas Edgeworth and Heidi Ray, who are some of my good friends. And I had recorded it with my producer, Johnny Dibb, back in December, actually. And I was like going back, I was planning on releasing it in the fall and releasing a different song in April, on the end of April. And the song I didn't feel like was appropriate for what we were all going through, and that I'm brave enough was. And so it
Yeah,
was,
totally.
I wanted to remind people to like hang in there and have faith and hope, and know that, like, I've got your back and you got mine too, and we're all in this together, and encourage people to be strong and take it day by day and be brave enough, and so I was like, I gotta make this happen. So I was like texting my producer every day, like, we gotta get this done, and then
Yeah.
I edited the video together in one night, like in an hour, and just like put it up. I texted my photographer to edit some photos that I had taken previously, and like created the album art, myself. And it was
That's
just
so
like,
awesome.
let's just put it, and we put it up on YouTube. I sent it unlisted link to some of my friends and family, and people were like, I needed this song. This changed my mood. I was in a bad mood, and now I'm in a good mood. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, okay, well, let's put this out. So we put it out to YouTube, and then people were freaking out. And then I was like, all right, well, let's put it on all music platforms and make it so that some of the proceeds go to organizations and foundations and charities and do some good through this song. So that's been really special and cool. And if you guys have any charities or things that you think we should give back to, please, send me a message on social media or on my website, www.elizabethlyonsmusic.com.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's such a cool story. What does it feel like to have a song like this, and to get some of that feedback and the input and just the impact that it has, and how powerful it is and how meaningful it is? Like, what's that feel like as an artist, to be able to do that and have that impact on people?
I mean, I've always done music because it's like something that I can't live without, and it puts me in a good mood. And one of my favorite things, and one of the things that I missed about performing, because we're not able to perform, I was supposed to perform. I had a whole schedule and tour for the next 3 months, and
Yeah.
obviously that's been, gone away and been canceled. And I do music because I want to make people happy,
Hmm.
and I want to bring joy in their life, and I want them to escape from the reality of what they're going through. And so for me to be able to now do it, not in the capacity of necessarily being on a stage, but doing it from, my home, the fact that I'm able to touch people and bring them that happiness through this song and this video really is so special. And I feel really fulfilled that I've been able to touch people in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I can imagine it's just an incredible feeling. So what's next for you? You got Brave Enough out, and like you said, the tour's on hold, which, I think, I'm sure that that's impacted all of the artists, the comedians and musicians, like the entertainers. But of course it's impacted, all of us in some form or fashion. What are some things that you're doing during this time, um, that you maybe didn't have the time to do before, or that maybe you're shifting a little bit in your career to help you as we come out of it?
Yeah. I mean, what's next is to keep doing stuff like this. I kind of look at like interviews and Instagram lives as like my new platform for doing shows.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's really important for me to just keep doing that and keep connecting with my fans. One of the things I've been doing that I haven't done before is cooking a lot. Typically, we go out to eat a lot and like all that good stuff. And so now a lot of the restaurants here have been closed. They've been reopening and stuff, but I've been cooking and I've posted like some video Insta stories and people like loved it. And so I started posting on like my actual like page, and it's just funny that my commentary, I guess, because I'm not very good. And but I'm learning and I've gotten better, and,
Oh, that's awesome.
practice makes perfect, like everything in
Yeah.
life. And so that's been really fun to be able to kind of connect with people and show people my personality in a way that maybe I previously wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. That's great. And, yeah, we could all get a little bit better. And I think it's fun. Like, it's awesome. Probably just people see you just kind of having fun with it. And,
Yeah.
it allows people to, really relate, right? To like, oh man,
I bet.
I
I bet.
totally, that's me, right? Like, don't have the courage to even go and do something like that and put it out there. So that's awesome.
Oh,
I love it.
that's so
That's,
fun.
yeah, that's cool. What what so you talked about, like, what are some of the other platforms that this song is on that we can find this at?
Yeah. Well, TikTok has really taken on a life of its
Are you
own.
on TikTok?
Yeah. Are you?
Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll follow you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started doing it actually like pre-quarantine, and it's been crazy to see that how TikTok has evolved during this quarantine,
Isn't
and
it?
it's
Yeah.
become so much more popular. And yeah, so there was a guy who Nick and Sienna, he has 8.9 million followers or something crazy on TikTok.
Crazy.
He posted a video of him becoming a superhero, which is, him as a police officer, which was really cool, and played the song Brave Enough. And I think it has like 100 videos now, over 100 videos of people using the song. So that's been really sweet. And I encourage
That's
you guys all to
awesome.
get on there. Some other followers have posted pictures or videos of people that they look up to that are their heroes, and like nurses and doctors, and or another person just gave a shout out to all the different types of people that are on the front lines, and stock footage photos. So it's been fun to see like the reaction, and also give a shout out to people who deserve it, who really are our heroes right now. So I've enjoyed
Yeah.
TikTok in that way.
Yeah. What is your TikTok?
It's at Elizabeth Lyons, Lyons music.
Okay.
I have some dances on there. I've been trying to dance. I grew up dancing like 5 days a week,
Yeah.
LOL. But I'm not a professional. I have some cover videos I do, and like acoustic videos of my
Yeah.
songs, and then like random cooking stuff. I kind of do some throwback of
I
shows
love
like
it.
in content um, from traveling or stuff like that too. So yeah,
Well,
it's fun.
I
How
haven't been
are you
brave
doing
enough,
it?
to put any dance videos out yet. So maybe I'll have to listen to your song a few more times to get some courage to
Some
do
of
that.
them are
But
easier than others, I will
yeah, no,
say.
but I've been playing around with it a little bit. So it's an interesting, new, platform, and it's fun. It's awesome. And it's been fun to see how some people have really been able to grow some big followings on there too, pretty quickly. So I'm glad to hear that you're on that.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. It's another way to like, I mean, it's another platform, like, oh, but it's fun. And I think
It is.
I don't like force it. Like if I'm not in the mood, I don't post. Like if I'm in the mood,
Yeah.
I post. And I think that
Yeah.
really comes and so
Yeah.
when you're having
Very,
fun.
very cool. I appreciate you coming on today. We will definitely get Brave Enough linked up inside of these posts, and I know we're going to hit Instagram Live too. But please check it out. It's incredible song. I love it. And I haven't seen the video yet. I'm going to check out the video. We'll get that linked up too, of course, to
Yeah.
YouTube.
Well,
And
thank you
anyway,
so much. I've
yeah.
loved always getting your emails and all your inspiration, and it's just so nice to be able to reconnect with you and have your support of another one of my songs. So
Oh,
thank you so
100%. Yeah. When I got your email, I was like, oh yeah, heck yeah, I want to get back on. And
much.
I had so much fun the first time. So thank you
I know.
again. I
Oh,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
And if you haven't checked it out, you got to check out Elizabeth Lyons, Brave Enough.
Yay.